Alright, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another round of the Litheo challenge, and this time I'm going to be taking on the Fairy Gym Leader, who's Sassery's Babe, I think is his Twitter, and so Fairy is something that's really scary to me, because Fairy's just a spooky typing, but I think I got a team that's good for it, and the one I'm bringing, so I've got Yin, Life Orb, Analytics, Starmie, Max Special Attack and Speed, Hydro Pump, Shadow Ball, Rapid Spin, and T-Bolt. I've got Araragi, which is Adamant with max HP, max attack with the Rosalie Berry and Intimidate. Rosalie's the Fairy Weakening one. I've got EQ, Iron Tail, Roar, and Stealth Rock. I could have packed like Knockoff on there, but I think Roar is just good to make sure he doesn't set up in my face like too egregiously, because Fairy types are kind of good for setting up, so I want to prevent that as much as I can. Then I've got Killua, the Rotom, and this is Speedy Screens, so it's max speed, max HP with Light Screen, Pain Split, Reflect, and Volt Switch. Just putting up screens because I didn't really see a whole ton of other uses. I could have ran like a bulkier one to check like a potential Azu, but I'm not exceptionally scared of like a Belladrum Azumarill because I've got Tenchi, which is bold-natured and unaware with the Citrus Berry, and I have Citrus Berry because of Items Clause, and one of my other mons is holding the leftovers, so it's got Brick Break, Moonlight, Flamethrower, and Moonblast. The reason I have Brick Break is because a Fairy team always has a Screens Klefki. That's just kind of how it goes, so this thing is meant to make sure that there are no screens against me, because screens are really annoying to fight against. Then we've got the star of the show, which is Jin, and I'm running Jolly, Max Attack, and Speed with Justified, and the Iron Plate with SD, Bullet Punch, Close Combat, and Iron Tail. And this thing should just dunk all over his team, because Stab, Iron Tail on a Fairy team, and also Bullet Punch should just do a lot against him. And lastly, I've got Mustang, which is specially defensive Taunt Bulk Up. And this thing's meant to check stuff like Clefable that could be scary, and if he's running Unaware Clefable, which I've heard he is, then I can't really do much, but I can at least keep him from setting up with that, and I thought Taunt would just be really helpful against a team like this. So that's the team, and I'm going to go ahead and pause it and get to the battle. Okay, so we're doing this thing, and yeah, Fairy Gym. My friend just called me and wanted to come over, so that kind of sapped away my energy for the time being, but it's whatever. So we'll do this thing called Battling, and go to Music 21. Got my team. Hope like shit that it's legal, because I'm going to be really pissed off if it's not legal. But that's a team to put the fear into the hearts of men. So Azumarill, Slurpuff, oops, my ringer on, sorry. Azumarill, Slurpuff, Sylveon, Klefki, Togekiss, and Gardevoir. Assumably Mega Gardevoir. Shit, that probably means something was illegal. God damn it. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, so I believe I've fixed the issue, and that was Starmie apparently doesn't learn Shadow Ball, so that's my dumbass fault for not checking that, but that's like 2 times now, so I'm probably going to be more careful about that, but this should work now. But anyways, Azumarill, Slurpuff, Sylveon, Klefki, Togekiss, and Gardevoir. Probably Togekiss or Klefki are going to lead off. If I was a betting man, I'd probably go with one of those. And to beat that, I'm going to lead off with Crocodile. And I do have that Berry, so I should be able to live a hit from just about anything. I kind of wish I was max speed though, so that I could outspeed Gardevoir before it Mega Evolved, but we'll see if that becomes an issue. But yeah, so let's get into it, and I will be more careful about my genning because 2 mistakes is too many. So lead off with Araragi, and he's gonna lead off with Togekiss like I expected, and I just want to hit this thing with the... Do I just want to put up my rocks? Kind of do. At the same time, it's not that vital to me. I'd rather just hit it with an Iron Tail and get some damage off. And I'm going to miss, which, you know, it happens a lot. So we're going to miss that Iron Tail. Unfort, very unfort. But I'm just going to light my rocks now, because I hope that that'll just scare him out or something. But I'm going to light my rocks. Maybe he thinks I'm scarfed, but nope. Okay, so let's just put those Stealth Rocks on the field, and landing that Iron Tail would have been very nice, but it's manageable, I suppose. Oof. Okay, that sucks. That really sucks. Alright, so things are not going our way so far, but I'm going to hit him with the Iron Tail, hopefully. Alright, this probably won't do much now. Unfortunately, I am going to get a defense drop, though, which is something, I guess. But that's really, really annoying. But what I can do here is go into Lucario and essentially get a kill. But do I want to risk the miss? Because that's something that spookies me a lot, but we gotta go for it. So let's go into Lucario. Actually, I think a Bullet Punch at -1 could probably just kill it, and I'm pretty sure he's offensive. Oops, sorry. I really don't want to like mess around with Iron Tail, as silly as that sounds. So let's just see. Lucario, use Sword Dance, but we are jolly. And Togekiss. I'm guessing he's offensive from that damage. That's not the set we want. Togekiss. Let's just say blank set. Bullet Punch is gonna be doing, so it's essentially a +1 Bullet Punch. 77 to 90. I kind of like those odds, so I'm gonna take them. Now let's just go for Iron Tail. It's not worth it. And he's gonna call it back, so something is gonna get blown back, hopefully. Out comes the Clef. And this thing is definitely going to be annoying. So can I land this Iron Tail? I can. So this should do a lot of damage. Nice, nice, nice. More likely than not, he's going to set up his screens, but I'd really appreciate to not get paralyzed. So I'm going to go into Rotom to avoid getting parried, because Lucario is extremely vital towards my success in this game. And he's just going to go for Reflect, so that's fine, because what I can do here is get my own up and then break his Reflects and stuff. So I want to put up a Light Screen first, and he's going to do the same. So what I can do is Reflect, so his screens probably spikes, and I guess T-Wave if I was a betting man, I suppose, but I'll have to Reflect as well. And what I want to do is, okay, so he's going to switch. He's going to switch and to Slurpuff. So I'm actually not afraid of this thing because I've got Unaware Clefable in the back, which should be able to beat it. I feel, I know you guys feel what I'm feeling, but I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch. It's not going to do very much because I'm not invested and stuff, but the thing is, I am Unaware Clefable behind screens, so I'm not at all afraid of this Slurpuff. And what I can do is go into Tenchi, and you don't threaten me at all because, like I said, I'm unaware. And yeah, so he's gonna get that poppin', but I don't fear you. I'm physically defensive, unaware, behind a Reflect. So what I'm gonna do here is pop that screen, and this should allow for Lucario to just kind of sweep his team with a little bit of damage. So he's gonna go for the Play Rough, and it misses, but like I said, it doesn't matter because I'm unaware, and he should probably see that. So I'm gonna break those screens, which is amazing, and now I'm gonna fire off a Moonblast. He's gonna go for the Play Rough. Oh, he misses again. I'm really sorry about that, but I'm unaware, so it doesn't matter. Like, that's really unfortunate that he's missing, but okay, so he lands the third one, so we can see that this does literally 0 damage. So yeah, while it was unfortunate for him to miss those Play Roughs, it did nothing to me at all. So that's kind of just the point I'm getting across. So Clefable coming in real big right here. As now, what is he going to? It's going to go to Togekiss, and it's going to take Rocks, so that's good. I don't want to really mess around with Air Slash shenanigans, so I'm just going to go into Rotom, perhaps. Yeah, I'm going to go into Rotom, because I should be able to eat any hit, and fire off a Volt Switch to get some damage and apply some pressure, perhaps. But he probably has... Okay, so he has Thunder Wave, and that was definitely a thing that I was afraid of. So he's Thunder Wave, Flamethrower, Air Slash, and probably a Roost. So I'm just going to Volt Switch here and get some nice damage off. If not, knock him out. Oh, we just miss it, unfortunately. But Flamethrower probably coming here. So I just want to go into Yin and get off I'll just get a kill. So he's going to Roost. Alright. That is a fair play by any stretch of the imagination. And what I can do here is... I think I have T-Bolt. Yeah, I have T-Bolt, so I should be able to knock this thing out with a Life Orb T-Bolt, hopefully, if he's not specially defensive. Nope, that thing drops, so that's good. Togekiss looked annoying, and Starmie's going to claim a life. That's good. Problem is, I don't have switch-ins to Gardevoir and Sylveon, which is very, very scary. My only way of beating them is to kill them. Out comes Bubbles, though. Now, Bubbles, all I really want Starmie for is to... I'm just going to fuck this thing in the face with a T-Bolt, because this is a threat. Even though if he has Belly Drum, I'm not worried about it. So that does a lot of damage. Holy shit. But it's going to go for Knock. And based on that damage, I want to say that he's... Like, I want to say that he is banded. So going off of that assumption, I'm going to go into Lucario and risk my neck and go for the Swords Dance. So please be choice banded, because if not, then I just kind of screwed the pooch. But just looking at that damage, I mean, that's... Yeah, okay, so it's banded. It's going to knock me off, it's going to give me a Justified boost, and that should just let me clean the game with +3 Bullet Punch. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could set up again, but there's absolutely no point to it. So I'm going to start spamming Bullet Punch, and that's going to be the game, I believe, unless he's got some nasty trick up his sleeve. But this should be our third badge in only our third attempt. So Lucario is just doing the do, and yeah, Klefki's bulky, but you're not bulky enough to take a +3 Bullet Punch from that range. No way, no how. So let's just hit it with some bullets, and down she goes. Alright, and all that's left is Sylveon and Gardevoir, which are not going to be appreciating this hit anytime soon. So out comes a Sylveon. I don't need to risk Iron Tail. I can just go for the Bullet Punch, even if he's physically defensive. Like, it might not kill, but then it just puts in range of Talonflame, and he just drops, so that's fine. And I can clean this up with one last Bullet Punch. So that's pretty cool, as Gardevoir will not be able to stand up to said hit. And that's game, so Lucario doing what it does best. It just kills everything. It's been amazing so far. But unfortunately for him, like, yeah, there was hacks on both sides, but it really didn't matter. Like, on the Play Rough to the unaware physically defensive Clef behind the Reflect wasn't doing dick, and yeah. So I'm going to be able to knock this thing out with a Bullet Punch. No way in hell you're living. And that's going to be the game, so pretty quick one, as Lucario is just a monster. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure to drop a like and a comment. And I'll see you next time with some more Litheo action and stuff. See ya.